I don't know what this is. This video just sounded cool. It's called I Tried a Disney Secret Project. Shit, Secret Project in Disney, that's gotta be something fire, bro. Gotta be.
Okay,
William.
I got to see something
shut up.
really, really cool. I got to visit some of the secret labs inside of the Walt Disney Company called the Disney Imagineering Labs. So, I've seen some people talk about them a little bit before, but obviously Disney has all these attractions and theme parks and rides, and somebody has to design and engineer all that stuff.
Dude, I never been to Disney.
Disney.
I've never actually been to Disney. I feel like, honestly, if I went now, I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much as, like, kids who've been going there their whole life. No, I'd still be down to go. I heard the lines are crazy there. I can only fucking imagine.
All that stuff. And there is a surprising amount of tech.
I always wanted to go there.
And some of it is still experimental and unreleased, where no one outside of Disney, well, except for me now, has
How is he walking on that?
gotten to experimental and unreleased, where no one
Is that the point of it?
outside of Disney, well, except for
Is it a treadmill?
me now, has gotten to
No, he's not
use
even
that.
moving.
This thing is so cool. So Disney Imagineering has a bunch of these buildings scattered around this California neighborhood that I got to visit, where they make realistic animatronic robots as part of their attractions. They literally greeted me at the door.
Is that not CGI?
Robots as
This looks like this looks animated. No,
part of their attractions. They literally greeted me at the door with
CGI.
these little droids, the same ones that are roaming around the theme parks. And these things have a striking amount of similarities to the Boston Dynamics Spot robot that I got to play with a few years ago. That Spot robot was able to navigate any terrain with an adaptive
I saw one
gait.
of these robots. I looked like a fucking idiot, bro. This was a few years ago. But I remember seeing clips of a robot that was going around. It would like trip over itself and shit, bro. Thing was fucking stupid, but
And it followed
I
instructions
guess they're getting
from
better.
a custom but surprisingly easy to learn controller so that it could navigate around and do jobs that humans won't, and is also super fun to play with. These little droids for the theme parks are a lot of the same stuff. They are able to adapt to any terrain. They walk around, they follow instructions from a customized Steam Deck as the controller, which took me like 60 seconds to learn. And they can navigate around relentlessly all day, interacting with guests at a theme park and being
I'm
fun
guessing
to
you
play
can't
with.
buy these, right? I'm sure you can.
It was super fun. And it's also seriously crazy how much tech is
Wait,
even
that's
in
the Steam Deck? Wait, I've never actually seen one before.
to play with.
What is this on the...
And it's
What is this? What is this on the side here? Are those buttons?
It's also seriously crazy how much tech is
I think
even
it's like a mouse, like
inside one of these things. It's blending all these animations together, from the walking to the standing and looking around. It's pretty cool, but that's not even what I was there to try. I was there specifically to be the first person outside of Disney to walk on the HoloTile.
Yes, that's what I want to see.
So, you might have
What the
seen
fuck is
some
this?
videos about this, the HoloTile. It's this insane one-of-one
The HoloTile.
360-degree treadmill, like a moving floor, basically. It's still in an experimental phase, and this is the only one that exists.
How do you get off this? If you move and it just repels you back, how do you get off of that? Is that a stupid question?
But it's already got
You
these
have to jump off?
gears turning in my head about future potential applications, particularly in VR, and actually one specific thing that I have reservations about. But I'll get to that in a minute. Now, I
They're stuck here.
don't know that anyone's actually fully explained exactly how this
VR on that. You actually walk around.
thing
Wait,
works yet. But you can
that's crazy.
see that they're basically walking across a huge number of these tiny 1-inch discs that are spinning on top of their bases like a bunch of tiny treadmills, and then turning to match the direction.
Wait, that's
that you're
insane.
walking. So obviously a normal treadmill is one direction, right? Just one flat plane moving forward and spinning around, so you always know exactly where you're going. But let's say you want to build a treadmill that's responsive and can go in any direction. Well, a flat treadmill, it would be really hard, right? It would have to spin around quickly to match whatever direction you're walking, which is just kind of insane. So instead,
This visual is actually going
built
crazy right
into
now.
the floor is a bunch of articulating cones with discs on top of them, with motors inside to spin those discs. Okay, and then the key here
Wait, how does
is the
that-
discs are tilted, so only the edge of the disc in the air is the part that's actually touching what's on the floor. So it's less of a flat treadmill and more of a bunch of small blades that are rotating under your feet.
And wait, that's insane, actually. Well, thank God I'm not like the smartest guy in the world or some shit, because we would never have this. This would never be a thing.
So when you walk forward, they spin clockwise to
Oh, wait,
move
he's going
your
off
foot
of it.
back to the middle once it's landed. And actually, when you walk backwards, they spin counterclockwise to move your foot back to the middle. So no matter where you go, whatever direction you walk, no matter how long or how fast your stride is.
I think if you were to start running, you would go off of it. It like once you stop moving, it pushes you back. That's what it looks like.
It'll always pull you right back to the middle. So I've seen these videos that Disney's put out of this guy walking on it, but we got to work our way up to that. You know, I've never walked on it before, and it's capable of some other things. So let's graduate. Let's get
VR.
there. So there are 3 ways to control this thing. There is walking on it, obviously.
The VR potential on this is insane.
But there's
any experience that requires moving in VR, you could actually be moving. That's insane.
So using a controller, like a PlayStation 5 controller, and there's also just straight up using the Force and just pointing at it with your hands. Let's start there. So first we put this Apple box on the HoloTile. And there's a screen up here that shows in real time all of the inputs and what the sensors are seeing both on the floor and around the floor. And they've actually mapped anything that crosses a certain line in front of me to move whatever object is on the floor. So when I move my hand in front of that line, the program moves the
Go back.
Time all of the inputs and what the sensors are seeing both on the floor and around the floor.
Start
on the HoloTile.
Okay.
And there's a screen up here that shows in real time all of the inputs and what the sensors are seeing both on the floor and around the floor. And they've actually mapped anything that crosses a certain line in front of me to move whatever object is on the floor. So when I move my hand in front of that line, the program moves the floor around to match the movement of the object with the movement of my hand.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I still don't get how it's doing that, even though I just heard him explain it twice. But dude, that's crazy.
This is pretty sick. I assume everyone watching this has seen Star Wars and realizes how dope it would be to have something like this in some sort of Star Wars experience in a theme park.
So you gotta run it with the box?
Already super cool. But then the first time I actually get on the HoloTile myself is in a chair and with a PlayStation controller. So I am gonna be.
Dude, I am so jealous of this guy. I gets to just go out there and like test it out for a day. I'm so fucking jealous of this.
In a chair where the chair is on a piece of wood, so it's just flat bottom, and then they just handed me the PlayStation controller. And well, see for yourself.
He's gonna move himself.
3, 2, 1, and
oh my god. That's insane. Nah, technology's going too far. It's getting too far. It actually is. This is nuts. I'm thinking, imagine if you had like your whole entire like house with this, right? You could just theoretically sit in a chair and go anywhere. But they make chairs with wheels on them already. I kind of don't. Like, I could do the same thing with this, Loki. I don't see the point of putting a chair on here. But that's weird. It can move you, though. Not only can it keep you in place, it can move you.
So the left joystick
this is
and the right
crazy.
joystick, or it would let me. I was just kind of trying to be careful to not fling myself off the edge. But it moves so fast.
What I was going to say, though, is this. It looks like they've had this for a while. It's so, like it looks like it works so well. Like, there's no way it was always this smooth. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, that's why they're inviting him now, because they've, worked out all the bugs and whatnot. But this is crazy. It looks so good.
So now after all that, now that I've experienced how it moves, now they're going to let me walk on the HoloTile. All right, so I'm going to
Someone's got to clean that. That shit is
with
filthy.
Training mode, which is a fraction of the normal speed, but will still get me used to how this works.
Just ran over my foot.
So, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, enable.
Training mode is on.
What is on the floor? Oh, shadow. I'm fucking stupid.
Slowly start to walk. I can feel them kind of wiggling a little bit.
Is that even on?
But not really moving too quickly yet, so this is normal.
Is he moving at all?
Now they're starting to move, and my feet are starting to move.
Dude, I wonder what that feels like. Oh, I mean, I'm sure you can't feel because you got shoes on, but...
The tiles, there we go.
This is wild.
So as I slowly walk a little bit faster, a little bit more quickly, a little longer strides, I'm getting more used to the feeling of the tiles. So they designed this to be a...
Dude, this must mess with your head. You're walking, but you're not actually going anywhere. I feel like it'd be different because on a treadmill you could literally see yourself, like see the ground going behind you. But this, it looks like you're just just moving but standing completely still.
About a
This is
2-minute
crazy.
process as these tiny tiles slowly speed up their responsiveness to my movements, and it was slowly turned up more and more, basically until it was at 100% real time. It's moving pretty close to full speed now, feels like.
This is nuts.
And there's obviously a learning curve, but I feel like I'm good enough at it that I can kind of walk around and not think too
Really,
hard.
there's a learning curve.
It's good.
Is it?
And then there's all the data behind me in real time, showing my feet.
This is nuts.
legs.
This is crazy.
So walking on this, I noticed a couple things. First of all, as you've heard through this video, it's pretty
Yeah,
loud.
how much do you think this would cost? How much do you think this would cost? This has got to be it. I mean, I'm sure they'd be able to make it cheaper over time, obviously, because they could learn to produce it better. But I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to buy this one, they'd charge you fucking millions for it. But
Loud.
I wonder
this is going to be something.
I wonder if they plan to make this like a thing you could buy, or if they just want to keep it for like their theme park. They just want to like gatekeep it.
They definitely are going to want to work on, especially if it's something that'll be a part of a theme park someday, or maybe even in someone's home. But also,
That's what I'm saying.
I found it fascinating. You're never actually quite walking in a perfectly straight line. Like, it can feel pretty close if your foot happens to line up along a row of discs that are all aligned in a way from the center. But other times, you're just kind of gliding over the top of a bunch of these ridges, and you're not moving in a perfectly straight line. I imagine a future version of this looks like a whole bunch of much smaller and more numerous discs that are just as powerful as they are.
Dude, it looks like he's like slipping. This
Clearly
is
an
some
engineering
crazy
challenge,
shit, man.
or an imaginary
Actually.
challenge. So, yeah, this takes some getting used to. I know that because I got to hang out with the inventor of the HoloTile, Lanny Smoot. He's been at Disney for more than 20 years. He's got more than 70 patents, including the way the BB-8 rolls around the park, the real-life lightsabers, just to name a few.
Wait, this guy's a fucking genius. Who the fuck is this guy?
Kind of a legend.
Why do we not know this guy's name?
And yeah, this guy's incredible.
I know he just said
was
it, but-
showing me that you can have 2 people on it at once. They were playing a multiplayer racing game, like controlling a BB-8 around a course by jogging around, and it seemed to work pretty well, aside from being pretty small.
Bro is hanging on for dear life on the left, dude.
Obviously, this would work better if they had more of these floor tiles. But then what I found the most crazy is using this floor with a VR headset on. So this is what you would expect it to be for VR, right? And there's been some other 360-degree treadmill type of videos I've
never seen this. This
seen other types of inventions used for VR, and they work, but the one thing that's hard about these, and it's hard to explain through video, but the difference between what your eyes see and what your body and brain feel.
Yes.
That disagreement. So meaning, like, this has always been true. If you look down at your phone a lot in a moving car, right? Your eyes are seeing something still. They see your body sitting still, but then your brain...
Dude, I used to have a fucking VR headset. Bro, there was this... I don't even know if it was a game. I don't even remember. There was a point at which you would, like, be on a building, and a monster came and, like, chased you off and you had to jump. And, dude, it, like, literally... Obviously, I'm not fucking moving, but... Bro, I remember my stomach, like, you know when you're falling, you feel everything in your stomach, like, go up type shit. Like, that's how it felt. And I was actually afraid I was gonna hit the ground, bro. I was fucking... I was tweaking, bro. I was tweaking like shit. That shit was crazy.
You moving around, moving forward.
This is wild,
the disagreement between what your eyes see and what your brain feel, that's what can give you motion sickness. That's what feels bad. And so if you think about it, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is crazy.
This moving treadmill in VR. You
Dude,
put
I
the
might have to
headset
get a
on,
VR headset, bro. I kind of want one. I just don't know how much I'd use it, to be honest, but those things are fire.
and you start walking, and your eyes see that you are walking down a moving hallway. You're moving forward, but your brain, because you're walking in place, doesn't feel that it's supposed to be moving forward. So again, there's a disagreement there. So with the HoloTile, I got to try putting on an Apple Vision Pro and actually walking around a 3D constructed environment.
What's with the harness? Make sure it doesn't fucking eat it?
Can't see it, but I'm in like a holodeck in Star Trek or something. And I've got a harness on because it turns out this is really hard. My eyes see the movement and my legs are trying to walk forward and my feet are sliding around, but my brain thinks I'm not supposed to be moving forward. So it's confusing.
Really?
It's hard to just trust it and walk.
Wouldn't your brain be telling you to be moving? Because you see yourself moving and you're physically walking. That's interesting, actually. I wonder
Plus
why
there's the extra layer of sometimes it moves you backwards a little bit to the center. So I was taking all these baby steps. Meanwhile, though, watch Lanny do it, and he's just incredible at it. Like, he had the headset on. He was walking around confidently
this dude
through
literally
space,
fucking
exploring a virtual world. Pretty sure it's like a virtual Disney theme park type of thing. But
dude, I really wonder how long they've had this for, and like they're just now showing it and letting people try it. I really wonder how this has probably been a thing for years now. It's like in development.
That's the type of thing that feels the most like the future. Just freeform, exploring some huge space, walking around in the comfort of your own home maybe, and that would be amazing. And if this thing can continue to be developed, maybe, just maybe, it can get us closer to that reality someday. Either way, that is definitely dope tech. I'm glad I got to see the first version of this, and I'm very curious and excited to see.
Yeah, I wonder what improvements they're going to make.
Disney, please invite me back. I want to see what the future of this actually looks like. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
Dude, this guy might be the GOAT YouTuber. He might be it. It might be it. It might be him. I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's crazy, though. Actually, that's actually insane. It fucking exists. That's wild, though. That makes me look forward to the future, bro. It really does. It really does. Wait, what was that I was looking for when I was watching? Oh, yeah. How much is a VR headset? Isn't the best one the Meta, right? The Meta Quest one, right? That's VR headsets. Let me see. Apple Vision Pro. Dude, I've heard this thing is ass. I heard the Apple Vision Pro is fucking cheeks, dude. It's really the best one. Meta Quest 3. This is 500. I feel like that's not horrible, right? I don't know. See, I just don't know how much I'd use this thing. I really don't know. I'd love to play Assetto Corsa with it, though. That'd be so much fun. This connects to your PC, right? It looks like it does. Yeah, I think it does. Might actually have to cop one of these. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, how the Meta Quest 2 is there a difference? Wait, 200? Dude, that doesn't seem bad. There's Among Us VR. Wait, I didn't even know that. Roblox VR? Wait, that sounds kind of hard actually. There's so much you can do in Roblox. Okay. Anyways, that was actually very interesting video. Very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.